Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Game 2 between MVP and Power Gaming. Looks like we're a little ahead of schedule. I'm Luminous, and I'm joined by Eosin Dota. Steven, are we together this time around or no?
Yeah, we're good.
We're good. So apparently in the loading screen that I saw a couple of MVP players won the Battle Cup last week. Did you get a chance to play?
Nope.
No friends, I don't have friends either.
Yeah. I really want to win another cup, but no friends.
Do you still get
Actually, the worst thing about it is that they introduced a new tier, and I'm not in tier 8. I think tier 8 is 6K, and I'm 5.9K.
You're 5.9K?
I'm so close to 6K, but I just can't.
I'm so surprised.
What? Why are you surprised?
Well, that
should be like 7K.
That's the exact reaction that you had when I was 6K.
Yeah, that's true, but I mean, it's you.
What is that even supposed to mean?
What? It means exactly what it means. It's you.
Alright, game's on the way. Ogre Magi and Timbersaw for MVP.Phoenix. I think Timbersaw is actually MVP's most successful hero because for one, they run it on both Q and Velo. They got that versatility in terms of laning. And second, they always win with it. I guess that's a stronger reason to say that it's been successful for MVP. With that said, though, I feel like they have pretty good ways to deal with it, being power gaming. Kunkka, and in my opinion, OD are quite good against Timber.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little. I feel like MVP's drafts are very like comfort picks rather than
Meta
going
picks.
for the meta or counter picks kind of thing. Because I mean, Drow is totally ignored, and OD is totally ignored, and compared to all the other regions, those two heroes are pretty much either banned or picked in the first phase every single game.
I mean, you can make the argument that's generally how MVP plays, right? They say, screw the meta, we're going to do what works for us. And, when they're winning, you say, oh, wow, they're doing it with these unorthodox picks. And when they're losing, you're saying, they're not adjusting to the meta, which, they lost the first game, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of true. But I think they played it aggressively, like, in MVP fashion. But I feel like they shouldn't, if they're going to do that, they shouldn't follow up with a Naga. They should just all go on the aggressive. And I feel like they aren't quite committing all the way. And I was kind of hoping I would see something like, Dubu's Spirit Breaker or Kyo's TA, that kind of level of aggression, not a Naga.
Yeah, it seems like when both Timber and PA banned out, Kyo kind of defaults to these heroes like Tinker and what we saw last game, Naga. And to me, even though he plays these hero well, it just doesn't suit Kyo's strong points, right? Where his strong point is his ability to take over the game, starting from minute 2, 3. And, heroes like you've been mentioning, like TA, for example, Timber, PA, these heroes have the tools and abilities to do so. And I just don't feel like MVP has success when they kind of default for the other kind of more farming, carry-oriented heroes. I don't know if you agree or disagree with that point.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. And, like, just goes back to that Naga pick. It seems a little off for Kyo's playstyle.
Yeah. I mean, even like Warlock, which they ran at mid historically in the past, even though it's an MVP hero, it doesn't fit how MVP usually does when they win. So we'll see if things are going to change up a little bit. Looks like it's going to be a Febby Drow Ranger. And unless something changes here, it's going to be a Febby offensive Drow Ranger, which is not that bad.
This is it.
What is it?
Sniper, please.
Kyo
Please
Sniper?
pick Sniper. Yeah, I mean, Sniper's the go-to hero to counter out OD, and now you have a Drow Ranger too. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't pick it.
Sure. I would say that TA is not bad here either. Although, not Refraction, the Astral Imprisonment is very good at kind of getting yourself away from PA or TA. But instead, we're going to see a Darkseer Kunkka combination. Ooh.
All right, Invoker, another one of Kyo's heroes.
It could be a safe lane Invoker and Timber mid. The laning might not be so good against OD though.
I think you just go Invoker mid because I think with Drow Aura you definitely have at least a better time.
Okay. Now this is Kyo playing the Invoker. Do you think we're gonna see much more of an aggressive build, like let's say Quaswex coming out of the gates? so he can start being effective earlier, or you think this is a good Sunstrike game, especially when MVP wants to run that offensive trialing?
Well, I mean, they picked the Drow Ranger, so I feel like their chance. Oh, actually, you might be right. I still think Qualifiers is actually pretty good here because it kind of owns Kunkka, and it owns Luna here too. You get a one Tornado EMP combo off, and they just don't have mana anymore. Even with the OD,
Yep.
you can't cast anything. You're not going to regen any mana.
All right, so even though we're talking about MVP's draft, for the most part, I feel like Power Gaming's got the better draft. It's much more stable. They have multiple ways to initiate / counter initiate. They are good pretty much every phase of the game. It could go late game. The laning stage is fine. Mid game power is there. They have great ganks. They have the ability to take down Roshan. And that's what you get by picking meta heroes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, all we're
on the bright side, they are on Radiant, so MVP do have that dire advantage when it comes to Roshan.
Okay. I mean, the only thing that Power Gaming is missing is like Shadow Demon / Oracle, as they are both banned out. So we're just missing like one strong laning support. Any support kind of comes to mind here to round out the draft for Power Gaming?
I feel like they can use a little more disables.
Okay.
Maybe something to deal with the Timber Saw as well. Maybe they'll just go with Venge again. I feel like Venge is pretty good here.
Well, if you want something to deal with Timbersaw, Keeper of Light is still in the pool. Although ever since the Mana Leak nerf, I actually haven't seen him nearly as much. So
I have seen teams playing him, but they just scale it differently. They don't actually go for the Mana Leak until much later.
Okay.
I watched Faith play it, and he went 2 in Illuminate, 4 in Chakra. He didn't even have Mana Leak at level 7.
4 in Chakra. That's going hard.
Yeah.
All right. If I have to suggest a hero, I think Dazzle would be a pretty decent one. Give you some defensive capability in that offensive trial lane, or something like Witch Stalker. A hero that gives you a little bit more sustain when it comes to pushing. The reason I suggest Dazzle is that I feel like Weave does quite well against Drow Ranger lineups where there's a lot of fights around the tower. The vision's great, and of course the plus armor on team is always nice. But instead, they're gonna go double roaming support here, Kunkka and Spirit Breaker.
Nice. I like Spirit Breaker for Drow Ranger. Just mess her up, hit
Get
charge
in there.
button,
Yeah.
take your hands off the keyboard.
You got Iron Shell.
Oh yeah, I like that. Dude, Iron Shell Spirit Breaker destroys safe lanes.
Ooh, the other really powerful hero this hatch is Nyx Assassin. I'm actually not a big fan of this Spirit Breaker pick because you're picking it into Timber. And apart from the Drow Ranger, which is an easy hero that you could charge, I feel like everybody else is pretty well equipped to deal with it. Ogre Magi is just tanky. Timber is okay against it. Invoker has Cold Snap, Tornado, every way in the book to cancel that charge. Febby's gonna have a little bit of a hard time. I agree with that point, but I don't know. I don't know about the Spirit Breaker
fine.
pick.
If he sees it coming, he just you discussed it. No problem.
All right. I mean, you thought the Spirit Breaker was a good pick, so I thought you were gonna defend it a little bit more.
I mean, it's Spirit Breaker Darkseer is just one of the most annoying offlane combos you can deal with, as anyone. It does so much damage.
Okay.
And you combo that up with the Kunkka.
Sunstrike.
Instant smoke.
Yes.
Even with the Sunstrike scouting, they don't see anything.
Well, they saw that they smoked, right? I mean, you don't get to disappear from the base instantly, Febby. I wonder if he actually know where the ward is, or he probably has a good hunch where the ward is, but not exactly. Meanwhile, on the rest of the Power Gaming, they are moving out of the base. So let's quickly introduce who's playing what. DZZ on that Darkseer. On the top lane, Lance playing the carry Luna. We got Shannons, who played the Vengeful Spirit last game. So it looks like this could be the hard support Spirit Breaker. We got Mosin playing Kunkka once again. And last but not least, we got Jackal playing the OD mid. Let's see if he's going to go for Rado Atos again, because you can make the argument that Rado Atos is also quite good on the OD. But on the side of MVP, we got Velo playing one of his best heroes. We got the Timbersaw. Nyx Assassin being handled by Ryzen. We got Dubu playing Ogre once again. QO on so far looks to be an Exhort Invoker based on his items and as well as his first skill point. And then we got Febby playing that Drow Ranger.
Yep, so this is going to be an interesting early game. MVP is going to have to do a lot to hold them off, to prevent the Kunkka and Spirit Breaker just running a train over them.
Yep. Normally, I find that when Spirit Breaker has a very good early game, is that there's a support that he could pick on, like a Crystal Maiden, Venge, kind of a very squishy, low armor support that you could just run at and right click. This game, not so much, because I feel like both Nyx Assassin as well as Ogre could, you know, trade hit or two. Especially Nyx. He's got the Boots First build, looking to actually harass mid. Interesting. Mana Burn at level 1. I'm not sold on this.
One way to help.
I mean, yes, it's also a 30-second cooldown. So, you know, what do you do for the next 30 seconds except taking Invoker's CXP?
It's okay. Spirit Breaker's here too, so they're even.
They're both doing nothing. Yeah. All right. I guess that's one way to go about it.
I mean, I feel like this favors MVP. If you just kind of keep your eye on the Spirit Breakers, definitely beneficial to your team.
I mean, I'm still of the opinion that Spirit Breaker wasn't a good pick and honestly won't do too much in the early innings phase. But here he goes, 30 seconds later. Mana burn the mid lane.
Later.
Yeah. And guess what? He's going to mana burn again and goes Sudoku to the neutrals. And come right back.
This is like the alternate version
of Skywrath
mid. Skywrath mid lane. Yeah.
Sure. There he comes again. 5 seconds
later. This is
later.
the OD version.
I mean, Jacko might as well just like use his mana ASAP. Nope, mana burned. Well, there you go.
All right, hit him a couple times,
yep.
lose some health,
and then go Sudoku.
Kill yourself to Ancient.
Wow. High level support play.
Not enough HP loss for him to consider it. All right, here it is. Oh
no, he's gonna pop a clarity.
He's not ready. He wants the rune. All right, this is fair.
It's still efficient play, you know. It's fine. I feel like if you're gonna suicide to neutrals, pre-level 3, you're fine. You know, once you get to level 3, you start to question, you know, whether it's actually a good choice anymore. But for the first time in recent history, MVP not running offensive trialing. So they're gonna just run it completely standard. DDZ on the top lane though, actually, just goes right in. Actually, the other thing to talk about is whenever I see Febby plays Drow Ranger, he maxed Frost Arrow by 7. Going for much more of a fighting build instead of the kind of the more passive, you know, max aura, get Dragonlance, and push. So we'll see if Febby does end up going for that build once again here.
This Darkseer is so annoying. They're having a hard time dealing with him. He's getting a lot in the off lane. This is the sacrifice they have to make when they have the Nyx Assassin just spamming mana burn in the middle lane.
Well, Jackal's out of mana now. Do you think we're going to see Ryzen just leave the lane now? Oh, no,
Velo?
he's going to stack. Velo in the bottom lane gets X'd up. But
This is X him.
It's the harass X. Yeah. I mean, that's the other reason of I don't like the Spirit Breaker being big. I say that though.
They're going again.
Dude, the charge almost pushing him out of the torn, but the beams are going to be there, and they are going to get the kill. I take my words back instantly as the 2 melee supports able to set up enough stuns for Lance to beam him down. Well done.
Alright. This is it. You killed the offlaner. It's time to slay with your Darkseer.
Okay.
Oh, they're charging Raisin.
No.
Oh,
yeah.
he doesn't get the Astral.
You got mana burn, dude. And now the spike's going to come through, and that'll be it for that exchange.
This is some deja vu. This is what happened in the early game. In this exact spot.
Where they're just hitting each other. Oh! 17% happening through. Shannon's just going in, but you're under the creep wave and the tower. Question mark? I mean, no spike, but or no impale, but he just fed a kill with Spirit Breaker. I feel like that should not be part of your early Spirit Breaker play.
Hey, don't question mark him.
I didn't. Or actually, I literally just did, but
You just said question mark. All right, here it is. The patented charge into the off lane.
All right, but
let's see how much work can get done.
The Darkseer, you need to give him a hand off, right? Like right when he charges by, Iron Shell needs to be there.
Look.
They're pinging it out.
Been done.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's ready.
In fact, he put a shell on himself to double Iron Shell run in. Oh, here we go. Oh, I like this.
Here we go.
Surge, but the Gust, dude, where are you at?
He's ready.
They don't care. They just run in. They don't care. They charge at Dubu, but the Frost Arrow is slowing down DZZ. And now the other way. Sunstrike's going to get the kill. But the creep wave already on Febby. The charge is going to be there one more hit. He tried to get the last hit for himself, but the Iron Shell too good.
All right. This I told you, the Darkseer Spirit Breaker.
What a combination. Mostly because Risen is not there, or Ryzen not giving him. Like, if he was there to spike Carapace, both of these guys, they would be out. I don't know, bro. You can make the argument that like QO got more out of it by sunstriking for the kill before the kills actually happened on the safe lane, but killing Drow is always good.
Yeah, his mid lane is doing pretty good with the help of Reason.
All right, we're
spamming. Oh, he's back for more.
No, I'm watching top, man.
No more.
Double Iron Shell is already prepped up to looking for a charge. It's gonna come from the backside. Maybe that's gonna surprise Febby.
That's actually a really impressive gust. Oh, he's going for it.
Where's the Gus? It's barely gonna hit.
He got it again.
All right, you make it sound like Gus is a very high skill spell to hit.
No, but to have that kind of reaction, because it is nighttime. You know how difficult it is to gust in time for that? Oh god, here comes the dive.
Uh-oh. Gus on cooldown.
Gust the first one.
Nope.
Can't gust the second one.
And double Iron Shell going to work on Febby. Febby's bloodlusted up. There's that Gus pushing him back. Teleport support's coming in. DZZ not gonna... Oh, DZZ is gonna be dead. Sunstrike. Look at these frost arrows. Febby.
Oh, no.
Yep, he's still fine. Nope, never mind.
Oh,
Charge
God.
coming through. But Iron Shell running out, and they're gonna get a secondary kill in return. I gotta say, that's definitely not worth it for Power Gaming. Yes,
That's definitely not worth it.
They got Drow, but Sunstrike getting one kill. MVP support's getting a second kill.
It helps their supports big time too. They were kind of falling behind. Oh,
Yeah.
Velo solo killing the Kunkka on the offlane.
All right, sorry for
Dang,
missing that
Velo
one.
is destroying offlane.
Dude, he's going again here. Lance dropping low. He's gonna juke to the right. Oh, but he runs into it and double kill, double solo kill for Velo. He's gonna get charged up, but he's a Timber. He's fine.
This is super troublesome for Power. They sacked their safe lane for the Darkseer to own with the Spirit Breaker, and all of a sudden they're both dead in the safe lane. Not worth.
I mean, I don't think they sacked it because they did get one kill on Velo, but once
Dude, it's a Timber song.
yeah,
man.
once he
That's
gets
even-
level 6, this is kind of a new lane. And in fact, it was Timber that got level 6 before Luna, which is kind of what you expect if you only killed him once. I think if Luna had Eclipse there, it would have been a different story, but he didn't.
Yeah.
Is it Ryzen or Risen? I always say it's Ryzen, but I'm not sure.
I don't think it's either.
Okay.
I think it's supposed to be off of Toho, I think.
Okay.
And the pronunciation is supposed to be like Laysen.
Layson. Oh, yeah, because they pronounce their R's as L's.
Right. Yeah, I asked him about it. He was, I mean, Laysen doesn't really speak English, and he was like, "Toho, you like?" And I
Ah.
was like, "I don't know what it is." And he's like, "That's my name, Laysen."
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Layson
That's the
is
story.
that's fine. We could change it to L.
Just think of it as just call him raisin.
Raisin.
Not like the fruit. Just call him raisin.
Yeah, the dry fruit. Okay. I don't know what to say now. Like, I'm more confused about his 2 iteration of name. Now you gave me 2 more.
Oh, goodbye Velo. There's that eclipse you were talking about.
All right.
The 4-man rotation to deal with this Timbersaw.
4-man rotation, none of it being caught on camera. Mid lane though, I saw that one as QO.
You got it.
Yeah.
Nice.
See, this is what I mean more about QO playstyle, right? Like, even though he's playing at a safe lane, or not a safe lane, like a mid lane farmer, he's able to be effective in the game. Forward Spirit's up, looking to pressure towers even more. He's got the Midas, and more importantly, has been sunstriking so far.
He's actually doing really well. He's pretty damn farmed. Holy shit.
Yeah, highest net worth in the game. Actually, highest by 1,400. We're 9 minutes in.
9 minutes.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, it helps you get like every single kill. Uh-oh, DZZ out of mana. But he dodged the spike, so he's fine.
Yeah, Febby didn't want to fight that anyways. And you're right about that build. It's maxing out the frost arrows.
What do you think about this build?
Personally, I'm not a fan, but if you didn't know, Febby used to be a carry player, and he has always been the kind of player who would do things that people normally wouldn't do. I can tell you that much.
Did you just see that stun thing that came up?
The bar?
Yeah.
Wait. Man, you're so out of the loop. You
I
don't know that?
haven't played Dota like for 1 week because I was at Kiev casting. Is this a recent
Okay,
addition?
So this is a recent addition.
How recent?
Yeah. whenever you're disabled, you get this gigantic red bar that tells you you're disabled.
I thought that was a meme. I saw pictures of it on Reddit.
That is not a meme.
I'm like, that can't be real.
It is real. It is very real. You can disable it, but it is very real.
All right. I'm kind of glad to be out of the loop for that one, because I don't want to be playing Dota when that's a big red bar in my face.
Don't worry. Everyone shares your feelings. There is a way to disable it. I will give you the console command. It is a console command.
No, don't just give it to me. Educate the stream. I'm sure people will want to disable it. It's arguably more important than this game right now.
All right, I'll paste it in chat later.
Okay, it's not more important in this game. Just kidding. But Shanna's gonna be dead, and very different from the last game. MVP actually winning the early game, and I make the argument that this game, this lineup, when they're winning the early game, they're gonna be pretty explosive. I mean, you got the draw lineup, right? So you're gonna be sieging towers pretty hard.
Yep. Well, they're all gathered up here.
Oh, they changed the color of the tome. It's a little bit brighter now.
I believe there was a complaint about how they couldn't tell whether or not it was in stock because of the previous color.
Okay. Now it's like exceptionally bright. Fair enough.
I'm not gonna lie. When I look at it, I still have issues telling if it's in stock or not.
All right. Meanwhile, it looks like Luna being able to... You know what? I'm just missing every kill on the bottom, so I'm not even gonna look at it for the rest of the game anymore.
Don't do that.
All right, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
It's okay. I missed it too. If
Yeah.
I mean, it was such a weird lane position. He used Eclipse, but I didn't expect that to happen, especially with how far or how much Timbersaw managed to get out of the lane.
Febby looks like he's gonna get caught. Torn is gonna hit. Should have thrown that bolt, man. Don't doubt yourself, but it's gonna be a bolt into an X combo. Wall's gonna get dropped. The Gust is gonna be available, and looks like he will be fine. The charge coming in very late. DTZ. Yep, he's gonna go down. The charge is gonna get cancelled, and now QO is on an unstoppable streak. Might get this one as well. Invoke on cooldown. Are they gonna spike this? Nope. Spike on cooldown, I imagine.
Alright, boots to travel up.
Bottom lane looks like Velo looking to get more solo kills. Lance trying to juke left, trying to juke right. The beam's gonna be there. Did not get the stun timer thing. How come it pops up sometimes and not the other?
Alright, it should always be popping up. You must be highlighting the wrong
hero.
The wrong hero. Yeah, it's,
Okay.
it's whoever's disabled.
Okay. Next time for science, I'm gonna highlight these right heroes.
Just highlight the target that the Spirit Breaker is charging.
All right, fair enough. Mosin coming in. Torn. That's not going to be stunning anybody. Oh my god, I got the Fire Blast stun, and Kyo's going for it, but the defensive disrupt, and Kyo might be a little bit too deep. Kyo's going to go down, giving away a big streak to Mr. OD. And now they're going to look for a little bit more kill. No dust available, so that will be it. 2 kills. Looks like the other one was on Velo. And now Raisin coming in, looking for a little bit of backstab. No mana for the Impale, though.
Might be waiting for his arcane boots.
Okay.
It's very risky though. They're all here. I think he should realize this once he looks around a bit.
Maybe this is the next level harass. Vendetta, mana burn, walk back.
I don't think he's gonna ever see it.
I like how you like gave it like a 5 seconds of thought. It's like, wait, is Lumi being serious right now?
Oh, did they see him? Oh, alright, no, he's fine. He's safe.
Yeah. Oh, they see him now? There's a ward on the other side of the river. And Raisin is going to get Astro. His spike's on cooldown too. He's stunned for a long time.
Do you see that, the big bar?
I did? No, I didn't see the bar. I just saw the big circle. I saw a circle. Did you see a bar? I don't see a bar.
I'm talking about the disable bar. I guess it only counts for stuns then.
What else does it count for? Educate me.
Okay, alright, this is... Huh?
What are you talking about? I only see a circle.
The stun...
I only see a circle.
I was talking about the stun, but you know the disable bar. I was talking about the disable bar. I don't know if it shows up for Astral Imprisonment. That's what I was asking.
I saw a circle. I didn't see a bar. Am I getting like a...
I mean, no, I wouldn't know because I disabled it a long time ago. That's why I'm curious.
Oh, I see. Maybe they changed it.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, it's a circle now. Real life.
So anyways,
yeah.
Back to skill builds. This is probably why he maxes Frost Arrow, because you can do this to Roshan. By having 4 in Frost Arrow, you can kite him to death without really requiring too much.
One would make the argument that if you have 4 in Aura, you just kill him.
Maybe.
I mean, I guess for MVP's playstyle, like the 4 in Frost Arrow works out. And you could also make the argument that you know how he was like being dove earlier? Having 4 in the Frost Arrow was helping him kite much better. And some of these like kind of close engagement that they had, the 3 or 4 at Frost Arrow he had was crucial. They actually scan out Kyo. They know he's behind, or they know somebody's behind. Strong Strike coming out on Jacko. Looks like missing it. I wonder if he wanted to connect it with a Cold Snap, but looks like his invoke was on cooldown still. Alright. Power Gaming looking to just do a frontal push 5-man against MVP. You think this is the right play here?
It's a little risky, but they have all their huge team fight abilities. They have the Eclipse, they got the bow. They just have to be careful on how they take this fight.
Okay, tower is very low, and Luna's gonna walk in. Nobody denying it. In fact, they're gonna just go for the land skill. Defensive Astro's gonna fly out. They want Kyo, but nobody's actually helping him out. In fact, Dubu just kind of frontlining it. Looks like they did get 1-for-1 trade. Kyo's dropping very low, and I think the wall illusion's able to get the kill. The Astro one more up. Aegis respawn, but Kyo doesn't matter. He gets lifted up in the air, but the Force Spirit doing so much damage. Jacko's gonna get pushed back. Self Astro keeping himself alive. But I don't think he's in a good spot. In fact, he's still alive, just barely a little bit longer. DZZ trying to help out, but not going to be able to do much. And now Lance running on the right side. A huge cluster F of team fight. I believe it's going to be Power Gaming coming out ahead here, killing the Invoker twice and getting the tower. A 2-for-3 trade at the end of the fight.
Yep, that's the. There was a lot of stuff going on. I get that wall just made it so much harder for MVP to fight into.
Yeah, also at the beginning of the fight, Power Gaming was somewhat disjoint. Like, the Spearbreaker charged in. I don't think he even had Iron Shell on him. He just kind of went in there expecting a little bit more help. But
that made it so much easier for his team to fight, though. He split up the entire team, and Dubu was just picked off because of that charge.
I mean, you can make the argument that Dubu did the exact same thing, right? He also charged in, but his team was dealing with the Spearbreaker. So they kind of just traded support 1-for-1.
They were dealing with the Spearbreaker and the Darkseer. The Darkseer.
Oh, the Darkseer also went in. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, the 3-man wall vacuum.
Oh, here comes a little bit more of that. Febby able to get off a gust, and that will be it. They do get 1 tower. In fact, they want a little bit more. Power Gaming, this mid-game 5-man, you said it's a little bit risky, but working out very well right now. Jacko, though, might be in a lot of trouble. Taking a ton of damage. Mech's going to fly through. The boat's going to fly out as well, and bam! Look at that AoE. Everybody's still very healthy and live. Jacko dropping pretty low, but he is able to bottle up. And we're good.
Man, this OD is so tanky. Every team fight, he's just always so close to dying, but that's that. Look at that rum.
Yeah, the rum, the Astro, the mech. A lot of it keeping him alive. And now we're going to see more charging going through, and support's doing much more, they're much more efficient now, being able to zone out pretty much everybody. Meanwhile, the backline just goes takes towers. DDZ, Cole snapped up, and pretty good gush. Yep, that's going to do enough to get them the kill and defend the tower, so very nicely done. Huh, very interesting.
You know, the more I look at it, I actually like this build. If you catch anyone out who is gusted, they're not moving anywhere. You pretty much get free shots at them until the silence runs out and they can actually cast something.
He's actually maxing silence second. This is some next level stuff.
He's kind of going back and forth.
I mean, yeah, he is, but like normally he's like, oh, Frost Arrow max. Okay, that's a little bit different, but you definitely max your aura second, right? But no, Febby says, dude, I'm a fighting Drow Ranger.
I definitely agree with the passive maxing, but you know, Gust is pretty damn good spell. 6-second silence.
Okay. He's gone for the interesting fighting, but a farming item build. You know, got for the helm stacking. I guess more of a catch up. He'll be able to kind of kill it very quickly. You know, I guess their playstyle is like very reminiscent of the RTZ Fear iteration of EG, where yes, Fear is, you know, the carry player, but it was mostly RTZ that did most of the creep hitting. And it's pretty similar here, right, with QO carrying from the mid position.
Speaking of QO, I can agree with that.
Yields one up, but he needs to run here. Tower is going to get siege down here, and they're going to focus on Velo. It's very tanky, but they clips. Oh, they're going to burn him down very quickly. Raisin on the run, DDZ in the front line. He's going to be dropping, but I say that though. He gets Astro. He's going to be fine. Raisin gets beamed up. He's X. He's also going to be dead, and it's going to be MVP running over. It looks like the Darkseer did die to the last ticks of Ignite, I believe, on the back line.
Yeah, he almost survived. But that max level Ignite just lasted a little too long and it killed him with the last tick.
So despite the fact that, you know, Kyo was doing amazingly well early, it seems like the Spirit Breaker, they don't have an answer for him. Sorry for doubting the pick, but this mid-game, he's just like straight up charging in. And sometimes he dies. Yes, that doesn't matter. They always get an objective out of it. And more often than not, they get a secondary kill thanks to things like Astral and X and like Surge. So, very nicely executed.
Oh, Jacko. Oh, the Centaur is ready. Stomp him.
No, nicely done.
I like it.
I mean, I don't think he was going to escape, regardless of the stun or not. Uh-oh. Heal Scepter. Sunstrike. Yeah, that's going to be a kill. Oh, Centaur coming in trying to get that KS. Alright, that's...
I was going to question his item build, because, you know, despite his early, you were talking about how his start was really good, but he kind of went for a lot of utility, right? The blink and the Yules. So by going these items, you're not as strong as, you know, if you were to go straight for a scepter after your Yules.
I think the Yules is fine, because, you know...
I think the Yules is fine too.
Yeah.
He went, you know, blink afterwards too. Because if he didn't buy blink, he would have a scepter right now, and it would make him, like, I would say, significantly stronger in team fights.
Yeah, I think also Blink is only really good once you have high levels of Tornado, right? Because that's really the big spell that you want to be positioning. And he doesn't have the levels, really, for that big Tornado just yet. I guess it also allows him to siege in the front line and allow him to blink away, but he gets X'd. So he needs to use that Yules defensively to get himself out of harm's way.
Well, pause coming through. Velo is disconnected. He's really, I mean, despite his early laning phase, like getting 2 kills on them, he's kind of fallen off.
Who's falling off?
Timbersaw doesn't have Velo on Timbersaw. Doesn't have his Bloodstone.
Oh, yeah.
He went for the Hood of Defiance.
I want to ask you if the logic, I mean, I get the logic behind the build. You're much tankier, but it really reminds me, you remember how Storm, like the way that he was played back in Dota 1 in the early days of Dota 2 is always Orchid first, right? Mm-hmm. And then people realize, oh, Orchid first is good for gank, but I could just like farm much faster. I could get to my Orchid faster once I get to Bloodstone. And it seems like, you know, Timber, when he first was introduced in the pro meta, like Bloodstone first always made sense, because even though you're dying a lot, even though you're holding like 2 or 3 Bloodstone charges, the item itself still gives you that farming capability of the mana regen and whatnot. But now it seems like the cool thing to do is just going for that hood first. So what's your thought on that?
I think it's just situational. I feel like if you have the opportunity to farm and you can, you know, get your Bloodstone at a decent time, I think you would still go for that, because by that logic, you can just farm that hood that much faster.
Right.
But he's just so shut down by the magic damage here, he just feels the need to have that magic resistance.
Well, here's the thing, though. He did get the double kill, like we're mentioning, and with that alone, I think it's justified to say that he's having a sort of okay lane. You could get in that in a Bloodstone and then go for the hood.
Perhaps.
All right.
I think his biggest issue was just dying to the lunar eclipse like 3 times, and he's just like, all right,
yeah,
I don't want to die to this anymore. I'm just gonna buy a hood.
I mean, the other thing is that it seems like after the laning stage, this game, everybody was just grouping up to do stuff, right? To fight, even to farm, like. So maybe he felt like, look, I need a hood to be able to group up and fight with my team, because he's expected to frontline a lot of these fights.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Regardless, though, he's generally the first one to be dying, because he's trying to tank, but really hard to tank Eclipse, hood or no hood. So, all right, looks like we have a little bit of reconnection issue here for Velo. Even though we see MVP sieging outside of the base right now, it feels like it's Power Gaming that has a better team fight, and MVP is capitalizing more off picks, right? Whenever they get 1 kill, they're able to push tower because of Drow.
All chat going on
by you. Thanks for
what? He doesn't even know I'm here. He doesn't even know I'm here.
I mean, do you think they should patch something into the game where whenever Steven is casting a game,
Alright, yeah, okay.
it's like it's like the same thing as the stun bar, right? Like whenever your mic is going off, it should give a notification to every player. It's like Eosin is talking right now. Big deals comment being made.
Yeah. They should allow custom patching for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that whenever your mic goes off, it automatically mutes it.
All right, we're back. MVP sieging outside the base again, and the rest of Power Gaming doing a little bit of nice blink out. I guess that's the other thing that we haven't mentioned, right? Just in between Yules and blink, you're pretty safe for most stuff.
Oh, did you see that observer ward get deboarded?
No, where is it? Put your camera.
You see my drawing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was over there on the low ground.
Huh. I see that ward more than you think. A lot of times Radiant want to backstab from this direction. Right, from the mid lane.
Oh, okay, I see.
But
Wouldn't you put that a little higher?
I guess they didn't want to be spotted, but regardless, MVP's ward was spotted.
Alright, let's see if this Centaur can set up another kill.
No?
Stomp. Let's do it. Alright, nothing's gonna
It's
happen.
more of a defensive
It's just gonna
stomp
annoy them.
into feed. Alright, 70 go here for the Spear Breaker. I like this ward. The one that's next to QO. Never gets rewarded. You always see people farming here. But
Yeah. I know, it's kind of weird though. It's like really close to the cliff. So when people check, like, there's a very high chance that this one might get spotted too.
Yep. That's true. Alright, Power Gaming looking to continue their game plan, which is 5 manning down tower. Here comes the charge. Sees Risen. Are they going to ult for him? Yeah, they are going to ult for him. He does spike it, but he is definitely dead. And now with that, Power Gaming's going to go for a tier 2. But on the other side, we got Drow Ranger as well as Invoker sieging themselves. So MVP doing a very good job splitting the map.
Oh, Fabi's opting for the Scepter build. I wonder if this is going to be a Mjolnir game.
Interesting. I mean, if you're maxing Frost Arrow, you want to apply that Frost Arrow to more stuff, right?
Oh yeah, that is how it works.
Yeah,
Man, I don't...
Kyo really surrounded from all sides though. He is going to be able to blink out, but Drow Ranger, at least he is seen. They back one back. They want Dubu. You know, very interesting that they didn't go for the Drow instead. We have a Gus as well as a Yules back. Dubu's dead for sure, and they don't have Vacuum to cancel out TP, so he's out. Huh. I'm surprised that that one was the X one, but I guess they were a little bit greedy. They want to go for both, and they said that Spear Breaker has already got the other one. Not sure.
I think it's only because Konko is only in range of Ogre.
Okay.
I mean,
They look pretty
already
close.
seen you've seen how many times his charge was just completely interrupted. There's no way they can rely on it.
That's fair.
Plus,
Okay.
it's also daytime.
They do see
another tower
Kyo.
coming
I'm not exactly
through.
sure how they got vision for him, but the charge will complete. He has Yules. Unfortunately, I'm able to use it in time, and now Kyo in a lot of trouble. Can he go invis? Ghost Walk? He does barely in time. Backing back in the Iron Shell, as well as the back damage. Able to get the kill. Nicely done. And now they're going to be right outside of Roche Pit. Man. I like how Febby's constantly microing his big creep to like do scouting, but well, they do scout the Roche is happening. Not much they could do without their Invoker dead for 50 seconds.
Yep, just splitting up the farm. Philo almost has his Bloodstone.
And this is one of the latest Bloodstone I've seen in a pro game.
I'm telling you, it's that hood
Yeah. I don't agree with it. At least not this game.
delayed so long. Yeah, I think he still needed to grab his Bloodstone and just farm. I think they rely a lot on his output.
Yeah. I mean,
If you
let's
can't
not...
survive, if you can't survive, then it's kind of hard for the Invoker and the Drow to survive.
It's also, it's not like the Bloodstone don't help you tank. You know, it's extra like 200-300
Yeah,
HP,
yeah.
so... Jacko has somehow not been able to proc his Astro enough times. He was out of mana as an OD. Should not hit the casino anytime soon. Gotta improve his feng shui a little bit. Because that never
Okay,
happens.
All right, so Kyo did finish his scepter before he died.
Yeah.
He's gonna be significantly stronger in these team fights. I think a lot of it comes down to Grayson setting him up. Without his setup, it's gonna be kind of hard to fight into Power's lineup because I think their 5-man lineup is just. I would say it's a lot stronger, honestly.
Well, speaking of setup by Raisin, he is near a lot of heroes, but he doesn't have the backup. I do agree with you. This game, it seems like it's boiling down to the exact same thing as last game, where whichever team grabs the first initiation, the first kill, is, you know, the one that's commanding what's happening in the next 50 seconds. Because one side you have MVP pushing really hard once they get the kill. Power, you know, once they get a kill, they just group up and go as well. So the ironic thing is that last game had much better initiation on both sides. And this game is just like randomly people getting charged or getting randomly picked off by like Invoker Yules.
There's always that big, you know, vacuum for Power. I think that's just what makes it so much harder. It's the vacuum and the Kunkka.
Kyo, he's not charged. His Force Spear is. In fact, back wall, that's going to be there, but what is he exactly setting up? Nothing. Okay, they got Rod of Atos on DZ. What? What's happening? Febi's going to get gone on, but on the back line here, they want Invoker. Yeah, I think that's more important with Kyo. He's stussed it up. Yeah, he's pushed back. He is dead. Dubu now runs the other way, trying to save his allies. Dubu is also dead. And on the back line, Rod of Atos cooling down for a second time. Enough for the charge. Blink forward for a little bit body block. He's looking for the Rod of a third time. Yes, it's going to be on Febi. Febi gets X back and torn. They get everybody on the side of MVP. And not Lance wasn't even in the fight. He's on the mid lane pushing. Is he going to go for the Raxus? Why is he not going for the Raxus? I'm not sure. Waiting for his teammates, I suppose.
Just wait for the team.
Yep.
No need to throw the game.
This is the first time I've seen Darkseer going for a Rod of Atos.
Ah, same here.
And just based on that last team fight, you could say that it's quite effective. Spike Carapace on.
I mean, Drow doesn't have Hurricane Pike, so her mobility is very, very limited.
Yeah. Ooh, blinking forward, baiting forward for the Rod of Atos, dude. What's up? DZZ just, you know, zoning everybody out, and Lance just working for Raxus. Once that tier 3 is down, the Glaives will be bouncing left and right, and Dubu now, yep, Atos up, will be dead.
Febi isn't the only one who micros creeps.
Yes.
That troll warlord from Lance.
Not being micro, just hitting buildings. Okay. And now Raxus is going to be going down. We're going to need QO army to be coming back. But Lance getting zoned back somewhat. And Velo jumping left and right here. Jackal doesn't care on the front line. He sees Raisin. Raisin dead. Squished up like the dry grape that he is. Febi really in trouble as well. And we do have Invoker on the back line just being zoned out. We may see Power Gaming knocking MVP down in a 2-0. Because this seems like it. You know, I'm going to go back to what you say about the Blink Dagger choice. I don't like it. I think if he won Ags into BKB, he would have been a much better spot.
Yeah, it seems like in this game, but at the same time, I don't... Oh, goodbye, Velo.
Yep.
Oh, man, they're just crumbling one by one. And GG is called. I mean, to be fair, I don't think he expected the game to go so south so fast. It was just a couple moments ago when the game just seemed somewhat even, and all of a sudden, team wipe into chain feeding.
And that was a team wipe on the other side of the base, right? So, well, granted, Lance was pushing the waves the whole time.
Yeah, it was Lance pushing.
Yeah. I mean, both of these teams had that capability. When you have, you know, Luna, when you have Drow, like, these heroes just push super fast, so. Yeah. It was a game that escalated quite quickly, but I was pretty impressed with the DDZ's play overall. Darkseer setting up a ton of kills, and then the Rod of Atos pickup was like, what? And it just ran over the other team.
That item actually did so much work. He set up so many kills with that, like just for chasing people. He was just walking next to the Drow and spamming it and not letting him run away.
I mean, still though, it's an item that doesn't necessarily help you win the team fight itself, but it's so good once the team fight's over to chase down more kills.
Yep.
All right, that's gonna do it here for this best of 2, a quick and easy one. Coming up next, let me check the schedule. I believe we got sig.trust versus execration in the lower bracket. Is that true? Yes, that is going to be the case. And then coming up after that, we got more MVP.Phoenix versus Warrior Gaming Unity. So hope you guys are enjoying the Summer 6 action so far. We'll be taking a relatively long break because the next game is happening in 1 hour and 20 minutes. So we'll see you guys then. Maybe it's going to be moved up, so I guess don't go too far. We'll be back, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in a bit.